Italians cannot get it together. They love to take a long break in the afternoon and go out and look at the girls.
Somehow that stops the mail?
They're on the same schedule as John F. Kennedy Jr. Robin, let's get to the news.
All righty, Howard.
People have been anxiously waiting.
You know, there's another primary coming up tomorrow in South Carolina.
Is that right?
Apparently, this is going to be a race between Bob Dole and Pat Buchanan.
Now, what are you saying? It takes place on a Saturday?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's what I'm saying. I thought I made that quite clear.
Why are you saying that?
Because that's when they vote.
Huh.
So anyway, they were all down there campaigning yesterday, and 4 of the top candidates were asked to speak to this organization called the Christian Coalition.
Right. I met the head of that.
Ralph Reed?
Yeah, what a little twit.
Well, listen to Ralph Reed. Here's what he had to say as he addressed the crowd yesterday.
He's a little tiny boy. He looks about 15.
Yeah, doesn't he look about 12?
Yeah, I met him over at Judith Regan's.
But he wields all this power, apparently.
Yeah, and they were giving him a big lunch and everything. They wanted him to write a book because they figure all those kooks will buy his book. You know, what do they care?
Here he is.
Ralph Reed?
Yeah.
Let me see. You want to hear my little anecdote, huh?
Well, you can tell it later.
All right. I hear you.
These people, the pundits and the prognosticators and the self-appointed chatter class, honestly believe that the most dangerous thing that could happen in America today is for people who pray, who read the Bible, and who believe in God to get involved in our political process. I have a message for them. You better get used to us because we're going to be around for a long, long time.
Hey, you're
we're not
stupid.
going to go away.
We don't
mind you being a part of the political process.
What we mind is your stupid ideas. We have a president now who has to bow down to you guys, and he calls in TV show guys to sit there and come up with a rating system. How absurd.
And you're implying that we don't pray.
Yeah. You better get used to it. Like we're against prayer. We're not against prayer. We wish all you would do is stay home and pray.
Yes.
Problem is, man, you want to force everyone to have abortions. You want to force everyone to pray in schools.
You want to force everyone to believe what you believe.
Nitwit. What a nitwit. I met him. He's like a little wormy guy. He's got nothing going on.
Yeah, and he's one of those people, I think, with the Napoleon complex.
Oh, he's tiny.
Yeah.
He came up to my private area.
Right. So, he needs to wield a lot of power.
If he was a chick, I would have hit on him. And he's like a real skinny little tiny guy and a big moon face. Looks like a baby, I swear to God. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, and what is he? Because someone said this is Ralph Reed, head of the Christians, and I was like, oh, how you doing, man? I really didn't know much about the guy except that he was Christian. That was his whole thing. He's Christian.
That's his, you're a broadcaster. He's a Christian.
Yeah, it was nice enough. We shook hands and said, hi, how you doing? And then, I came to find out who he was afterwards, and I was just like, I guess whatever gets you off. But their whole political agenda is completely bent. I'm talking about this abortion issue, and that's my primary issue.
Well, that's what everybody decided to harp on yesterday, too, in order to get these Christians to vote for them.
Most of these Christians, by the way...
Right out, they just labeled Forbes and Alexander pro-life, or pro-abortionist. And the anti-abortionists, according to them, are Bob Dole and Pat Buchanan.
Well, good.
So they right away told Steve Forbes and Alexander that they might as well have not shown up because they're wrong on that, even though these two guys stood up and tried to pretend that they're not.
Right.
But the Christians weren't buying it. So here's Pat Buchanan. He got the biggest round of applause, I would say.
Yeah, he wants from
this group.
He even wants rape victims giving birth.
Oh, anybody. Yeah. If you happen to luck up and get pregnant, no matter how.
Of course, the fun in life would be to rape him and watch him have a baby.
What he would want to do.
Right.
I'm going to tell the Congress, I'm going to tell all the liberals now, when I'm president of the United States, not one dime for UNFPA, not one dime for fetal tissue research.
Yeah, can you imagine? Fetal tissue research is probably the most wonderful thing going on right now in this country. That this fetal tissue is enabling scientists to come up with cures for diseases. Major illnesses. When Pat Buchanan's laying in the hospital with cancer and he can't be cured, he'll be begging them to operate on a few fetuses.
Anything you can.
Lying sack of crap.
He'll have them operating on 21-year-olds.
One dime for Planned Parenthood.
Not one dime for Planned Parenthood, so more girls can commit suicide who are alive. What an animal. He's an animal. Sounds like a Bund meeting.
See, they love him.
They love to chant. And these so-called Christians out there down south, those rat bastards wouldn't give a dime to charity. Once the baby's born, they don't care. They're not philanthropic. What do you think? Those trailer hitch people are going to be philanthropic and give money to causes and help people who are born into this world that are unwanted? That pockmarked son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's got more to say.
You rat fink. Rat bastard.
When we get to the White House, I'm figuring I'm going to wait one day, and when I'm not doing anything one afternoon, we're going walk over to the National Endowment for the Arts. We're going to shut it down. We're going to padlock it and fumigate the building.
You embarrass Jesus. What a complicated issue.
The things he was carrying on and screaming about and all these yahoos get all excited about don't mean anything to them in terms of job or their lifestyle.
These are the yahoos who sit in front of their TVs all day
safety.
And wait for entertainment. Most of the people who came out of the National Endowment for the Arts, and I'm no fan of the National Endowment for the Arts, but most of the people who came out of there are the future TV producers of the world who are going to sit and entertain these hillbilly rubes.
Not only that, they keep their stupid square dancing festivals going.
Yeah, right. They don't even know what they're cheering about. There's a guy who wants to arm South Korea. That's a great idea.
A little bit more of Pat Buchanan yesterday. He was really fired up.
An embarrassment. This country's all screwed up. I got to run. I got to run to another country.
Now that we got that plank and that platform, we got to get commitments from all of our candidates. They got to be committed to a pro-life running mate for Vice President of the United States.
Yeah, we need more babies. We need more babies.
And they got to commit themselves to nominate Supreme Court justices who will overturn that abomination called Roe v. Wade.
I could have sworn I heard people sing Highland.
Speaking of which, you never played that Daniel Carver tape.
No, I did not.
This is a good place to play it.
So listen to this. Oh, that's good. Yeah, now I got to go find it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, so they interviewed Daniel Carver, who's, who we've had on the show from the Ku Klux Klan. Guy who speaks his mind. He went on TV, they interviewed him on CBS, and here's what he had to say. Now, what's about this?
Who's interviewing him?
I don't know. Well, maybe we'll be able to tell. I only heard it once real quick. But what's about this is Pat Buchanan was taped on C-SPAN or one of these things, leaning over to Lamar Alexander saying, oh, that guy Daniel Carver, he said the N-word, he works for Howard Stern. Like, I could actually get Daniel Carver to say anything. We'll call Daniel on Monday, and we'll see if he works for me.
Say that, this was unsolicited. We didn't prompt him to do anything.
But here's what he had to say.
And for people uncomfortable with the way the world has changed, Buchanan's message is hitting home.
About everything he says, we agree with.
Danny Carver is a roofing contractor, a Christian, and a lifetime member of the Ku Klux Klan. He says he and Buchanan speak the same language.
When he's talking about affirmative action, he has to be talking about women and niggers, I guess.
Do you think Buchanan would want to hear that you support him?
He would want to hear it, but he don't want it on TV.
Exactly.
Even Daniel knows that.
Right. It's Buchanan sitting and kowtowing to these South Carolinians, telling them he thinks the Confederate flag is good. Confederate flag is a symbol of enslaving people.
In fact, what he said was a country that is big enough to have people running around singing "We Shall Overcome" is also big enough to encompass Dixie.
The whole Confederate flag was a symbol of people who fought and died for slavery.
What's wrong with singing about getting out of slavery?
I ought to enslave him. I'll tell you one thing, man. I might make his life miserable. I might find out everything about him and just broadcast it on a daily basis because I hate that guy.
Well, they're beginning to. There are articles in the paper today because all these people, people who he's got them convinced that he's just like them. Meanwhile, they're showing you his huge house in Virginia with the maids, and you know he doesn't. He eats out every night. The maid doesn't even have to cook a meal because he's always partying.
And the maid is from Haiti, by the way.
No, Chile.
Chile. Yeah, the maid is from Chile, who is now like a member of the family. Meanwhile, this guy is against immigration.
Right.
Hey, let me
even have a maid.
Let me tell you something. Oh yeah, well she's okay because she works for Pat Buchanan.
Well, he pays Social Security on her.
He does?
Yes, that's what he said.
Well, we'll find out, won't we? You know, here's a guy that's just such a nudnik and such a piece of garbage. And that whole abortion thing makes me ill. You just roll away and die. What a whack job. Just sad that people would follow him. He just sucks. The fact that he got this far is frightening.
And this is a Southern primary. It's probably going to be tough for Dole to beat him down south.
But can you imagine? I'll tell you how delusional Pat Buchanan is. Here, now, think about this. A guy goes on the air, says, I'm a Pat Buchanan supporter, and talks about the niggers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Pat Buchanan is such a wacko that he thinks I'm smart enough to hire a guy from the Ku Klux Klan to get himself interviewed on CBS television and plant him in there to say nigger in a positive way toward Pat Buchanan to make Pat Buchanan look bad.
How are you, a half-Jew, going to hire a Ku Klux Klansman to do anything?
Right. A half-Jew can't tell a Ku Klux Klansman what to do. Believe me. That half is all they need to see.
He hates you as much.
Right. But think about how weird Pat Buchanan, he thinks I'm that smart, that I'm getting people to endorse Pat Buchanan.
Well, he sees a conspiracy everywhere, obviously. I'd like to hear some of his other theories about how things happen.
That's how whacked out this guy is. He has wacky notions. Forget about if he's anti-Semitic. Everyone's anti-Semitic. I myself don't like Jews.
I am not.
Well,
I have not discovered that in myself.
Forget about the fact that forget about all that. Just talk about what kind of nut wants to arm these other countries and close down our never mind close. I want to close down our borders. The problem is I want to trade with other countries. Of course I do. What, I want my television set to cost $10 million?
You want a television set that works?
Can you imagine these poor hillbillies in South Carolina have no clue that the reason that they can even afford a tea set in every room is because we do foreign trade. And the fact that they can drive a car, this oil comes from another country. They don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they live in shacks, but yet they have TVs.
Yeah, everyone in this country has TVs and luxury items. You go to other countries, you can't get that. Why? Because we're world trade leaders. We get goods in here that... We go to a supermarket. We are so damn spoiled in this country. We see an array of fruits like nobody sees on the planet.
It's beautiful. There is no season anymore. You can have whatever kind of fruit you want any time of the year.
And people on welfare can go in and buy this fruit. You think you see that in other countries? This guy is a complete lunatic. He would end the way we live. But you know what's the great thing about America? Even if this guy became a president, which he won't, he couldn't even...
He couldn't make this happen.
No one would pay attention to it. That's like Clinton. Clinton is such a piece of garbage. I am so disappointed and depressed about who's running.
Well, let's get on to who's running. Here's Bob Dole and how he ended his address to the Christian Coalition yesterday.
I thank you very much for listening. I hope God blesses you as you make your decision. And I hope you make the right decision. God bless America. It's the greatest country I've ever known and will ever know. And we're going to make it better and better and better in the Dole administration. Thank you very much.
At least he's served somewhere. On a newspaper columnist.
I hope God helps you make.
Well, you got it. They need to hear that because they're all rubes. You know,
just cater. Why don't?
Well, God could be a rock. If he was in Africa, God would be a rock. I hope the rock over there helps you make your decision. They all need help over there. They all need an imaginary figure to help them in their quest to figure out who should be president. We hope God helps you. Like one of those hillbillies ever talked to God or even knows what God's about.
And God's a dog over the fence whispering.
The reason we invented God is so hillbillies like that would behave themselves and not be running around naked and ambushing people. They're all into God, but they all endorse slavery.
Yeah, God is always telling them to do bad things to other people.
Yeah.
I don't want him helping to make that decision.
The reason the blacks and the Jews invented God was so to keep the hillbillies in line. Everyone knows that.
It was our invention.
We had to tell these kids who have the IQ of a 12-year-old, these adults who have an IQ of a 12-year-old, we had to tell them that there was an imaginary figure that was going to punish them.
That there was a heaven and a hell.
Yeah.
And they had to be good
right.
so they wouldn't get in.
We concocted a story for them. And they behave, God love them.
Now we got the presidential candidates having to run around and cater to them.
Right. What else you got there?
That's crazy. So anyway, that's this coming week, this Saturday. We'll be able to see the results of that.
You got to give hillbillies a cock and bull story. We told them there's a better life. This life sucks, but behave yourself here because when you die, you're going to go somewhere where you're going to have lots of teeth and lots of shoes.
You know what always used to crack me up though with that story?
What?
Because even during slave times.
Yeah.
Everybody had that story,
right.
and they would tell the slaves that story, too, to keep them quiet.
Well, you weren't dealing with rocket scientists there either.
But the point was, nobody thought, wait a minute, we don't like living together down here. We're telling everybody they're going to the same place in heaven?
Right. Well, it's segregated. Because heaven for white supremacists is no blacks.
That's right.
Right.
But then they would all say, we're going to the same place anyway.
We've got to take a break. We'll come back and finish the news when we get back.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. More after this. 97.1 The Eagle. Let's return to The Howard Stern Show.
I love this band. They put out a new album, but nobody bought it. The Cult.
Oh.
That's The Cult. You go to pick up a couple of their albums, you would like them.
Yeah, it's old stuff now.
Nah, it's good stuff. It's not that old. It's a couple of years old.
I'm into the new.
That married couple is still out there. They're waiting for Uzo, who's going to be their witness.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, she's going to be their witness at the wedding.
Total mockery of
They'll be divorced in 2 years. She was really cute. You know how we say sometimes a girl was cute, but that girl was cute.
She really was.
She was really cute. I told you there were some cute girls at the book signings.
Yes, you did. In fact, I still don't know where they're from.
Yeah, we
where
never did find out.
But you were saying that San Francisco had a bevy of beautiful women.
Yeah. I don't think she was San Francisco. It was somewhere cold.
No, they said San Francisco.
They did say it?
That's cold.
No, it was hot air.
When were you there?
What? Are you high? All right, let's finish up the news, Robin. Let this other story.
Congratulations to Joan Collins, who wins another round with Random House, the publishing firm that ordered 2 books from her for $4 million and then tried to get out of the contract.
Yeah, sneaky.
I guess they've been appealing, and they went back into courtroom. Joan has already been vindicated by a jury that said she did not have to pay back the $1.3 million advance that Random House had already paid to her. In fact, they owed her more money. They did, however, give Random House the right to publish Joan's book here in the United States.
So sad that Joan Collins has an ironclad contract and Random House tried to wrangle out of it. And it's sad that in America today you got to go through tremendous legal expense
but thank
to
goodness
get paid.
For this judge, because yesterday a judge not only agreed with the jury verdict, but he awarded Joan Collins more money.
Of course.
Random House just better stay out of court.
Actually, Robin, I'll tell you something. Random House owed Joan Collins $4 million. Mm-hmm. They advanced her 1.3, and the judge ordered another 1.3.
Right.
That's 2.6. The way I look at it, Random House got off easy. They still wrangled out of paying their bill.
Well, still, they could have left the jury decision as it was, and they'd have only been out 1.3 and a little more. Now they're out twice as much.
Random House still lopped off $1 million off of the price tag. And I'll tell you something. Although I'm sure with their legal fees and everything else, they're way over $4 million now. But thank God. I mean, I relate to this only because I'm going through the same thing. Evergreen Media, I made a contract with them, ironclad. I mean, if you saw it, it's a no-brainer. I have a no-brainer contract because I have no brain. And
the only one you could understand.
You're not kidding. It's so simple. It's you pay me, and if you fire me, you got to still pay me. And they concocted a whole thing about the FCC and all this stuff, but they already knew about my FCC problems. They're pretty sophisticated broadcasters, but what they're doing is saying, hey, we don't want to pay you. Settle with us. And I refuse. And this is the same for anybody who enters into a contract. I mean, there's anybody who works for anybody. Listen, you have an agreement, you got to live up to it. It's sickening me. I mean, and I can't get swift justice. This is already, how many years is this going on already? And you should see what I have to shell out for legal bills. In order to get good legal representation, you're talking about a fortune. A fortune. I could have bought 4 houses of what I paid these guys already. But I'm not going to give up because I know I'm right, and I know I'll be vindicated. Much like Joan Collins. And
but
really,
the other thing is Random House can still make money. They can still publish that book.
Of course. And here's the other thing, too. That'd be a great way to publicize a book, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Think about it.
And it'll be a huge bestseller.
I know book publishers, though. They're not that bright to think up something like that.
Well, why not publish it? Now there's a no-lose proposition here.
Might as well. Well, it's just unfortunate that you can't get swift justice. I can't get somebody to look at this contract. I got to go through the whole rigmarole. Now it's a couple of years already.
Well, look at how long Joan Collins has been fighting this. They've been trying to get that money from her for years, and she's been trying not to, and getting them to pay her what she's owed.
Right. Unbelievable.
It's that way all the way around.
Every working stiff knows what I'm talking about.
No,
Man.
they don't.
No, they do.
Not everybody has a contract.
Well, never mind if they have a contract or a union or something. Everyone knows. The man's always trying to come up with something tricky.
You got to watch him.
Yep. You know it.
Meanwhile, in Lumberton, North Carolina, the ex-convict who was accused of killing Michael Jordan's father was convicted of murder yesterday.
Give him the chair.
Daniel Green, 21, could get the death penalty.
Kill him. Worthless.
I don't know exactly how they determine it down there.
Tell you how dumb this guy is. He wore Michael Jordan's father's pants.
To the trial.
To the trial.
Not even just, in the videotape, because they videotaped themselves dancing around wearing his jewelry.
Right.
But then he wore the pants into court.
Yeah.
So, they convicted him. The jury only deliberated 4.5 hours.
Well, that's how long.
And on Monday, they'll return to consider whether he should get the death penalty or not.
Unfortunately, that's what the O.J. jury should have done.
Well, let's be glad we're getting somebody. Huh?
Right.
Speaking of O.J., his deposition ended yesterday. He's being sued for the wrongful deaths of Nicole Simpson and Ron Goldman.
I'm 100% guilty.
O.J. immediately started his media campaign once again and called up a radio station to speak to them. Here he is.
He's still trying to sell that stupid tape.
Beating a dead horse.
If they asked me for $12 to settle, I wouldn't settle.
Oh,
I'm not going to settle for something I didn't do.
Right. Sure.
He continues to contend that he is innocent.
$12.
And he says that he's lost a lot, too. He can sort of understand what the Simpson and Goldman families are going through, but come on. Enough already.
I lost a daughter in the past. You can't mourn.
You lost it to an accident, you jerk. You lost a daughter. You lost a daughter. You weren't even living with your wife, I don't think, at the time. Was he?
No.
Was he or was he? We don't even know.
No, this was during the separation and divorce.
So now he's a family man.
Running around with Nicole.
The Playboy's worried about losing a daughter. He's playing that up all he can. You never heard him talk about that before.
Forever, even though you will at times mourn forever. And I can understand Fred Goldman. He feels just the way I feel. I'll never be comfortable until the people who did this are caught.
Well, then have yourself committed.
They asked Fred Goldman what was his response to O.J.'s contention that he's lost as much as he has.
My answer is bullshit. He's got a lot of nerve saying he feels the same way as I do. He didn't lose a son. By his comments the other day. The only thing that was important to him was his loss of money. He's got a lot of nerve.
Really, man.
Go get him, Fred.
So nobody wants to settle. O.J. doesn't want to settle, and Fred Goldman doesn't want to settle.
Of course not.
They have pushed the trial back by 5 months, though. So we're not going to get to a trial for quite some time. Again, there's, always delays in getting O.J. to sit down and testify.
Will that be televised, Robin?
I hope not. We can't go through that again. So the trial of the wrongful death suits will be pushed back until September.
If they get a real judge on it, he won't allow it to be televised. So if you get a TV judge, a guy who wants to be a star like Judge Ego, you will see it televised. Most judges have a big ego. They would love to be on television. Everyone wants to be a superstar.
Well, maybe the Judge Ego experience will make them a little bit weird or leery of TV cameras. He didn't fare too well in terms of criticism, public criticism, as a result of his televised antics. So maybe that'll make judges shy away from TV cameras.
I know of a judge, Robin, who was so jealous of Judge Ego, he had a case before him that involved a minor celebrity, and he called up Court TV and requested that they come down.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is this?
I'm not going to give the guy's name. Can you imagine? He started calling Court TV, could you come down?
I never heard that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're all the same. There's a couple of good ones, but it's tough.
I've spoken about this case before, but I sort of didn't talk about it in the last couple of days. Baby Mariah, this 5-month-old child that has been declared brain dead by the doctors at Long Island Jewish Hospital, and who the doctors went to court to try to remove from life support, has been transferred now, I guess, to St. Vincent's Hospital. Cardinal O'Connor stepped into this. He saw the other day that the court had said, yes, the doctors can remove the baby from life support. And the parents still didn't want that to happen, so in the ruling, the judge also said that if they could find another facility that would care for the baby, then they could transfer the child. So Cardinal O'Connor stepped forward and said, we'll take him at St. Vincent's.
He's a great guy. You should worry about the babies that can move, not the ones that can't.
He says, out of compassion for the family and their situation, St. Vincent's Hospital will take care of it and give the family time.
Don't the authorities think the family are the ones that put the baby in that condition?
Well, the father, who is a medical doctor, did say that he shook the baby trying to revive her when he found her unconscious.
I see. Not that he shook her into unconsciousness.
That's what I'm just telling you what he said. Now,
Yeah.
the people at the hospital thought the baby was suffering from shaken baby syndrome.
The doctors know that this baby is never getting... in other words, the baby is clinically dead. The only thing keeping her alive...
They think the baby could not survive without a respirator.
Right.
The lungs will not function.
Right. But the Cardinal are going to come in. They're going to keep that... They're going to have... In other words, it's an above-ground burial. It'll lay in a hospital bed collecting bells.
Of course, the parents also have a stake in whether the child is alive or dead, because if they're going to be charged with something...
The difference between manslaughter and murder.
Well, it's the difference between a murder charge and no murder charge, just an abuse charge.
I see. So as long as they keep that baby alive, the Cardinal should feel good about that this morning.
Well, he wants, the family to have time to think and pray about the whole thing.
All right. And who would it be that they're praying to? The devil?
I don't know, Howard. I just do the news.
Everybody's praying, but nobody's living the right way.
In New York, battered women are going to get phones.
What?
As a result, they've been trying everything. They don't know what to do in these battered women situations.
Right.
They put beepers on you. They have these buttons you can push. They don't know what to do now.
Let me ask you something.
AT&T Wireless Services donated a bunch of phones to the city, so now they're going to designate 70 of them for battered women.
Let me ask you a question. If I smack around my wife, we can get a free phone?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh.
I'm saying that if you wind up in one of those situations where you get a restraining order against a husband or a boyfriend, they might give you one of these phones so that you can push one button and it automatically dials 911.
You know what these husbands are going to do? They're going to
take the phone and beat.
They're going to take the phone and beat their wives. They're going to beat them with the phone. You know they are.
Absolutely. That's just another weapon.
That's right.
You're giving them.
That's a bad idea. Oh, what is that, baby? You brought home what? You got a phone? From who? Did you? Come here. I want to show you something. Come over here, baby. I love you so much. Come here. Let me see that headphone. That is not phone. Come here. Hey, baby. Hey, I'm some long distance. There you go, babe. How it feel to be bitch slapped with a phone? Oh, baby, you must have the wrong number. What is that? Right here. There you go, baby.
Stop it.
Now, who you gonna call? Oh, hello?
They better make those phones that if they're used as a weapon that they call 911. Anytime it's used to hit something, it dials a number.
Yeah, if it comes across a human surface.
I don't know. These are unsolvable problems. How do you deal with this issue?
I go home. I don't deal with anything.
Oh, shut up.
I gotta go test
You're
my...
the answer man. You always got an answer for everything. You don't have an answer.
I'm waiting for Puxatawny Phil to tell me when I can fill the pool up. I don't worry about anything. I'm very shallow.
Absolutely. I agree with you there. Charles and Diana are still in the news. Di agreed to a divorce earlier in the week. However, there's always a problem. I hear Diana's lawyer is requesting, not to even be involved in the case at this point in time. They seem to still be having troubles with the settlement. The palace is now saying there's about $30 million worth of jewelry that Diana wants to keep, and they say, but it doesn't belong to us.
She got breast implants.
Is that the issue here?
Yep.
They don't want those back.
I'm telling you. I was looking at the rack on her, man. It's expanded.
Let me ask you something, though.
She gained some weight.
No, you don't get... I know women gain weight. They don't gain it there.
Let me ask you a question.
If only they did.
Diana got this $30 million worth of jewels and gifts.
That's right.
From the prince.
Right.
And from his mother.
That's right.
But they belong to the state.
That's right.
So what are they doing giving them to her anyway?
No, it's whoever holds that office. It's like the President of the United States has his desk, but you don't get to bring it with you. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, but it was supposed to be an office for life.
This lady Di's a loudmouth.
Oh, here we go again with you and the loudmouth.
She's naive.
She did not give up the post. Why should she have to give up the trapping?
She should give it all up.
Why?
She should go back to her hole and dig a hole and bury herself.
Why?
Because,
why should she?
Because she knew...
didn't want the marriage dissolved.
She wasn't in love with him.
She did not want the marriage dissolved. It's all about the marriage.
It's the Stanley Cup of jewelry. It's not for keeps. Whoever's the champ gets it. End of sentence. Thank you. Pass it on to the next team.
That's not how she went into this agreement. You know, you're fighting about your contract.
She went into her agreement. No. There's no contract. She didn't work. She spread her legs.
That was her job.
She got $23 million. Now go off and have a party.
That was her job. No, she was in for the long haul.
Where's a pig like that get $23 million?
She wanted the title. She wanted the jewelry. She wanted the luxury. She paid for it. She gave him 2 children.
We all want that.
It's her stuff.
I know plenty of women with 2 children don't get $23 million.
Hey, it's the deal they struck.
Well, whatever.
So get off her back.
She is a liar.
She's a liar now.
That's right.
What do you mean?
She knew this. She had this all planned out.
She's not divorcing him. He asked for the divorce.
Of course. He has to go with an ugly woman rather than her. I'll tell you what kind of witch she is. Don't get me started.
You just are against her. I'm saying she's just like Joan Collins, just like you, just like everybody else. She made a deal. He tried to break it. She's saying you got to pay.
You're arguing with yourself.
No, not.
There's no argument here from me.
You won't see hers as a contract. What is
Who cares? Do I care?
Contract?
Do I care?
You keep calling her name.
She is. She's a pig.
Also in the news, the White House was guest to a number of television executives yesterday. And in no uncertain terms, the president laid down the law. He said either you people start policing yourselves in terms of violent programming.
Yeah.
or we'll do it for you.
Yeah, this is him. He's going to try and be a religious figure now.
So all the networks went away and said, oh, we'll do it ourselves.
Let me ask you something. When he was watching TV when he was a little boy...
How come he's not a mess?
He is. He had nice family shows on. There's a guy who's a womanizer to the nth degree.
And it's television's fault?
And television is a bunch of pussies and saps.
Well, make up your mind. 1 minute you say they're smart for doing it.
Well, they're smart in the sense that, you know, unlike me, who sits and fights, and I get the shaft till I get taught a lesson and beaten down. They just go, okay, we'll police ourselves. There's no policing. What are they going to do? They're going to give themselves a rating system. So what? Their shows are going to be on TV.
Each network is going to give its own rating to each show.
Of course. They'll give a rating, and that'll make people tune in even more.
They still haven't even decided which shows should be rated and how. I mean, what do you do with a violent cartoon?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I would never have anything to do with any of this.
Here is Stephen Bochco, who makes television shows.
The industry ought to bend over and take it.
For me as a creator, you know, this legislation and its potential consequences is just chilling.
So do something, you pussy. Why don't you fight it? Why don't you organize? But you're a pussy, like all the rest of them.
How do you know what he's going to do? He just does.
He isn't going to do anything. He's going to spend over and take it. That's how they all are out there. Jack Valenti, biggest traitor. Who is this guy?
Here is Jack Valenti, speaking of him.
Who is this guy?
He's the guy who heads the board that does the ratings for movies.
Oh, he's thrilled. This is more crap for him to do. More busy work.
Absent that kind of moral regeneration.
Moral regeneration.
Home and in the family, and in the school, and in the church.
What is he? Sounds like he can go to the bathroom.
No rating system, however purposeful, no V-chip or electronic device, and no government law is going to salvage that child's conduct or locate a lost moral core.
Look at Nazi Germany. They had the cleanest media there was. Nobody criticized
all the violence
anything.
was in the streets.
Yeah, oh, please. This is a joke.
I'd rather have my violence on TV.
You know, people talk about this kind of radio as being bad. Let me tell you something. The fact that I can get on the radio and ridicule Pat Buchanan informs a lot of people that Pat Buchanan's a moron. If they had this kind of radio in Germany, Hitler would have been ridiculed to death.
He would have never taken on...
Of course not.
...the kind of amazing power he developed.
He developed power because there was a vacuum of freedom. Well, this moron, I don't know who he is, Jack Valenti, somehow entered into everyone's life. He's now Mr. Ratings. No movie should have ever been rated. There's nothing wrong with a parent going to the movies or reading the review of the movie and then deciding.
Doing your job.
There's nothing wrong with a parent sitting in front of the TV and saying to the kid, you're allowed to watch when I tell you to watch. Nothing wrong with that. But because we got so many jackasses.
Again, it's you know, those people who don't want to do the job but still have children.
Yeah.
Who this is for. We're trying to make the TV do the job. Parents won't.
I believe your music should have been playing.
Yeah. No, because I'm right this time.
No, because Fred's asleep. He's already on his weekend.
He's gone home.
He's gone home. He's physically here, but
even if he's here, his mind is away.
Right. That's right. And you know that's true, Fred.
So right now...
Police.
I guess, in the fall or whenever a new season comes up, I guess they'll come up with some ratings for the shows. And then eventually there'll be this V-chip in all new TVs.
V-chip.
And you can sort of program your television to block out things you don't want.
Yeah, I'll sit and do that.
Seen.
You got all day for that.
A 9-year-old girl choked to death on a hot dog yesterday in the cafeteria of a school in Manhattan.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. There were frantic efforts to try to save her, but she died anyway.
I'll stop that.
Parent volunteers, who saw the girl, and, the girl actually came over to her and indicated that she was having a problem. And the parent tried to do the Heimlich maneuver, but was unable to dislodge the hot dog. So then this parent volunteer tried to walk her to the nurse's office. The nurse met them en route. The child was still having trouble breathing, still had this food lodged in her throat. The nurse tried the Heimlich maneuver as well, then tried CPR, and then finally the emergency medical technicians got to the area, and they couldn't dislodge the food. They worked on her all the way to the hospital. They were about to put a breathing tube in her throat as they got to the hospital, I guess. Finally, at some point, the food was dislodged, I guess, in the emergency room, but by then it was too late, and the little girl died.
I got to tell you something. Hot dogs are a dangerous food. They really are.
There have been other deaths due to hot dogs, and some people have recommended changing the hot dog design to make them a little bit harder to become lodged in small passages in children's throats.
Anything in that shape is dangerous.
That's right. That's why I stay away from
I sure do. You and my wife. She doesn't want to die.
That's right. That's why I'm here and I'm healthy. But, you know, that's a very tragic and sad story. Now they say they're calling for schools to be trained in CPR because there are children eating at school every day. And these parent volunteers and others who come to be a part of the program may not necessarily know what to do in an emergency. Sad thing for that little girl.
You're not kidding.
Remember those...
Even French fries are very sharp. You can poke yourself in the eye.
Oh, stop.
I'm being serious.
But you're not supposed to...
No.
I mean, you know, this girl was 9. Usually 9-year-olds don't have a problem with
just
hot
a freak
dogs.
thing. A freak thing.
Oftentimes they will say that younger children, especially children with no teeth, should not be given small things that need to be chewed up.
It's true. Grapes even.
Absolutely.
A miracle any of us survive.
I don't know. Yeah, it's
that's why I eat soup.
It's amazing there are so many of us here. With
People
all
ask
the
me,
things that could take us away.
Howard, why do you eat soup?
Can't chew.
Can't chew. I don't trust myself. Go ahead, Robin.
Soup won't get lodged in my throat.
Although with Gary's teeth, he fears no food.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
It's like a machine.
It's like a woodchuck.
Everything's chipped up. A woodchuck. What else, Robin?
Millionaire rocker Phil Collins has watched his earnings plummet from the top of the heap to the bottom, all thanks to a nasty divorce. His annual income plunged from a whopping $36 million in 1994 to just $10 million last year.
Oh. Yeah, but it's worth it. Who's he dating?
He had to shell out $24 million to his wife, Jill.
Wow, Jill.
After he admitted cheating on her.
Jill's the one to get.
Yeah, she's got $24 million of Phil.
Marry her and take half of that. Jill has Jack, man. Imagine that.
He's been hard hit by the divorce, and of course he's been touring less, and his record sales are down.
Jackie only wishes his salary would plummet to $10 million.
Please.
He says that he even had to move to Switzerland to escape some of the taxes.
Wow.
But he's still the second highest paid rocker in the world, trailing Elton John and ahead of Eric Clapton and Sting. So, don't cry for him.
Boy, Sting is rich, huh?
Yeah, Sting is very rich. You had a very wealthy man sitting there with you.
Yeah, I treated him like garbage.
That's right, you made fun of him.
All right.
So that's what's happening, folks.
Thank you, Robin. Have a good weekend. Everybody have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday. Don't forget Jackie Penthouse Joke Page Martling. If you really want to extend through the weekend with the show, you order all of Jackie's tapes, and then you can sit there and be with Jackie. Get the hysterical 2-hour video of his wild game, Stump the Joke Man. Well, I know some people only watch Jackie's tapes on the weekend. So
you know what Jackie said to me yesterday? He said, I'm going to give you a Stump the Joke Man tape, and you're going to watch it while you exercise.
Who do you say that to?
Me.
Really? So you've stopped exercising now?
Yeah, gave it up.
It's $15 plus $4 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Thursday night, March 7th, Jackie at Rascals by the Shore in Ocean Township, New Jersey. For Jokeland's web address and Sergeant Pecker information, call 516-922-WINE.
I told Jackie he doesn't understand. I like him live.
Right. Come see Steve Gorilla the Gorillo performing in Grandma Sylvia's funeral at the Solo Playhouse Wednesday through Sunday.
I'm homeless. I have no home.
If you're planning a wedding or party and you need a DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. Congratulations to the winner of the Alitalia contest. And we'll see you...
Did we even get his name?
No.
We just like talking to him so much, we just got off the phone.
He was really a bad winner. All right, we'll see you.
Now get the stepping.
99.7.1.
Oh, Mr. Man, I'm on your frequency.
I heard his voice. The Eagle.
I heard.